Hey, coming off this game and Vancouver game, which was now a long time ago, but how do you feel going into the playoffs, coming off a result like this?
Yeah, obviously not happy. But who knows if maybe that's for our best, and I'm not searching for an excuse with that. I mean, we are obviously very unhappy with both of our performances, Vancouver and now Seattle. I think Seattle now the second half was different. The second half wasn't bad, but we just couldn't score. Couldn't create as many chances, but yeah, obviously it's not satisfying to go into the playoffs with such a feeling.
Is there a psychologically how is the team feeling at a time like this?
That's hard to say. I don't know. I mean, I can't look into anybody's head. I don't know who's struggling with what or what the problem is in the end of the day. But I mean, yeah, we just have to get ourselves together. We just have to stick together as a team now and have to work hard this week and focus on the playoffs like the season, like nothing else happened. Like we are not on the first in the Western Conference. Like we didn't lose the last two games. It doesn't matter. The playoffs start now, and that's like we try to treat that like a new season.
We'll go to Joy.
Edu, for you guys, the players on the pitch and stuff, how much of a difference did Seattle slowing the game down, especially on restarts, make on you guys? Like, how frustrating was it for you?
Yeah, it was very frustrating because I mean, at the end of the day, I think we had a good referee today. I think he he made a good job. It's always tough what he can do, in these kind of situations. Maybe at a certain point he has to give somebody a yellow card to get the game going. But I mean, yeah, Seattle did that very early. They were up 2-0, two unlucky goals. I mean, the first one they played it very well. We didn't defend well. The second goal is very unhappy and then unlucky. And then, yeah, in the end of the day, it's annoying because you just can't get into the game, especially the second half. I think we started very well, and then they did that the whole time, and that just, yeah, we just couldn't get in the rhythm.
And obviously playing them your last regular season game, this could be a team you guys play late in the playoffs. Do you feel like you guys have learned enough now for 2 games against them to maybe make a bigger difference if you play them in the playoffs?
I mean, we know that, well, like what Seattle is capable of. We know that they are a great team. We know that they are one of the best teams in the whole league for many years, and you can always count on them. And we know that in the playoffs, it's a whole different thing. I've never played in the playoffs, but I treat this kind of like a German Cup mentality in one game where everything can happen, because it's only one game. And as I said, it doesn't matter what the whole season before what happened on what spot you ended the season. So we know in this situation every team can make it to the final, and that's maybe a bad thing and maybe also a good thing.
And obviously, you guys don't like to talk a lot about what ifs, but in your opinion, especially given the time it happened, how much of a difference do you think that penalty decision could have made?
You mean the penalty decision
for you guys
today?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm very honest. We had a lot of penalties this season. A lot of situations where we didn't get a penalty, where it was really obvious that it was a penalty. I think a lot of times we just didn't get the foul. We didn't get the call. I don't know, LAFC twice, Nashville, Kansas at home, in Kansas, 2 handballs. But today I gotta be honest, that's not a penalty. That's not enough for a penalty. So, I mean, of course in that moment you hope that you are getting it, but I mean, that wasn't enough for a penalty.
It's Tanner Reyes from Guadalupe, Chicago. They say defeat is better to come in a good time. You think that this defeat comes in a good time, before the playoffs?
Again, sorry, I didn't get it.
It says the defeat is always getting a good time.
Yeah.
So it's better to get the defeat at this level and not in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in the end of the day, we lost the game. We are still in the on the first spot, and we still have the home advantage in our conference. But as you said, that's what I mean. Like, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing to wake us up again and to show us the reality again. We talked about it already after the game. Just now that is just not enough, and that we have to do more. We are a great team, but it's not like we can just go out and just do, I don't know, 70-80%. The energy just wasn't enough. I think, as I said, the second half was good, but the first half, we won't win against any team in the league with this performance.
Santi?
Edu, after the games, you guys had a moment with the fans. How important has been the support of the fans this season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously very, very important. Our supporters are just amazing. We didn't do great the last two games, and everybody was very supportive, very positive, and I didn't hear a negative word or something, which was very good and very encouraging for the players as well. And we know what we have in the back with our fans. We know that we have the best fans in the league in here in America, and we know that City Park is just different. And we know that in the playoffs, it can make a big difference in the playoffs, especially when the crowd is just going like that, like the whole season. And we expect in the playoffs even more.
Would it have been nice to get the record for most points by an expansion team?
Yeah, obviously, of course. If you have the chance, you want to get the record. But I mean, in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We wanted to win the game for ourselves and to put ourselves in a bit better position. But I mean, it is what it is now. The game is over. We're going to analyze the game, and then we're going to focus on the playoffs, because in the end of the day, all the records we've made, that's amazing, and nobody can take that away from us for a while. But I mean, at the end of the day, as I said the whole time, and everybody says it in the playoffs, it's a different